Are the New York Yankees getting too old? Hey everybody, it's Paulie and welcome back to This Week in Red. And today we want to focus on the age question with the New York Yankees. Are they getting too old too fast? Specifically four players: Derek Jeter, Jorge Posada, Alex Rodriguez, and Mariano Rivera. Now let's leave Mariano aside. He's the oldest of the bunch at 41, but right now we haven't seen any sign of him breaking down, and as a Red Sox fan that can be very frustrating at times. But let's leave him aside for a minute. Let's not deal with him because his performance has been outstanding and hasn't really shown any signs of decline. But the other three guys, if you go back to the offseason, there was really a question about Jeter signing this contract. What kind of contract would it be? How long would it be for? How much money would it be for? And the Yankees were very determined to set a price that they were willing to pay and not go over it. They ended up at 3 years, $51 million. They felt that it was a fair price, paying Derek for past accomplishments, but realizing that, hey, we might have some difficulty here down the road with future performance. So they thought it was a fair contract. Jeter thought he could get a 6-year deal. It didn't happen. And I think the Yankees have been right so far. His play has not been great. He's had his moments this season, but for the most part he's hitting a lot of balls into the ground, a lot of ground balls, a lot of double plays. It's a big concern for the Yankees going forward to see what they're going to do with this guy. And if you think of Joe Girardi, in recent weeks he's had a lot of problems with Jorge Posada. This is a guy that's asked out of the lineup. This is a guy that hasn't been happy with his role on the team. And yeah, he's one of the core four, as they say, that led the Yankees to all those World Series in the 90s. But, Posada it's not aging gracefully with him. And you just wonder, when it comes down to Jeter, when it comes time for Girardi to have to make the decision, do I drop Jeter in the lineup? It could be even worse than what's going on with Posada. And then there's A-Rod, who's 35, which is not really old by most standards. But this is a guy who had hip surgery in the last couple of years, and it affected him, no question. And people wonder, has he really ever recovered from it? He's not really hitting for power this year. He's only got a few home runs on the season. They'd like to see a lot more out of him. And he's on a contract for a long time with the Yankees. So that's going to be a big problem for them if this guy doesn't regain the power stroke that he's famous for throughout his career. So Girardi's got a lot of stuff on his plate this season. And the Yankees are struggling a little bit early in the season. They've kind of come back to earth after a good start. So I think the question is, are the Yankees getting too old too fast? What is Girardi going to do? What would you do if you were Joe Girardi? How would you handle these aging players? Let me know. Hit me up here at This Week in Red.